Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and NewsChannel 5.
Good morning, everybody. Glenville's 37th Annual Community Festival takes place Saturday, August the 9th, and Ward 10 Cleveland Councilman Jeff Johnson is here to tell us what to expect at this year's big Glenville event. Later on, we'll hear from William Holdrip Jr. about the 2014 Leadership Retreat hosted by the Consortium of African American Organizations, KO as it's called. And on the broadcast after that, the director of the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center, Susan Fuhrer, is here. And she is going to be here, and she's going to talk about something special going on. Veterans are going to be saluted at the University Circle Community Festival. Good morning, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning with a good friend, Jeff Johnson, the councilman from the Glenville area of Cleveland, northeast side of the town.
Thanks for having me again. Always good to be able to.
Always good to see you. Always good to be with you.
My homeboy.
We've got a relationship. I grew up in a house about five houses from the house down where you currently live.
Exactly, right across from then Miles Standish, now Michael R. White School.
Right on Parkgate Avenue.
Parkgate, you're one of our proud alum.
Glenville was good for me when I was growing up, and it is still good for me. Yep. You're the councilman over there, Jeff, and you're talking about the Glenville Community Festival. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. I'm the councilman over in the north part. We now have 3 councilmen over in the Glenville area, just to mention, Kevin Conwell and Mike Plenzik. And they're co-sponsoring the festival with me. I'm the lead council person. So we're doing 3 things that day, as we have done for many years. This is the 37th year. It was started by then Councilman Mike White back in 1977. And we've been doing it ever since. And so we're over there at Sam Miller Park, which is the East Boulevard and St. Clair area. We'll be there from 12 noon to 8 o'clock, the festival itself. But the parade, it starts at 12 noon. And we want everyone to know about the parade as well. And of course, Famicos Foundation does a 5K run at 9 a.m. So we have 3 big events. First, you start off running or walking. Then you come watch the parade or participate. And then you can come to the festival and enjoy food and entertainment.
It's a full day of Glenville entertainment.
I'm wiped out afterwards, but it's a full day.
You will be.
It's a full day.
Saturday, August the 9th. Now, where's the parade going to be? Where does it begin?
It starts at 105th and Superior, and it goes north up 105th Street to St. Clair, and it then turns west, and it goes down St. Clair all the way to 88th East Boulevard. And we have a number of local talent walking through. We have art museum, and so it's a big parade. Some bands, so it's a fun time. People watch it on the route of 105th Street and on St. Clair.
And East 105th Street, of course, is one of the major business thoroughfares right through the heart of the Glenville neighborhood.
It really is the heart. And 105th and St. Clair is really the main area of the retail intersection of Glenville, absolutely. So we're going to go right through that.
All of this is going to be beginning on the morning of Saturday, August the 9th. Why is this event so important to you, Jeff?
Well, just like all my predecessors before me, because I was councilman previously, right after Mike became mayor, I took over. We always believe that on a day-to-day basis, people are going about their regular lives. But there are times when bringing the community together, it's really a regional, it's not really the biggest festival, but because we want to make it more within the neighborhoods of Glenville, Collinwood, and all that. It's because people get together, hear music, they don't have to pay anything to watch the music. We have food, we have information. So it's just a time where neighbors get together,
What is it about this community called Glenville? Of course, I grew up there, and I know so much of the history, and I know a lot. But there's a feeling about Glenville that goes all the way back, perhaps to the 1920s, if not beforehand.
If you know the rich history of Glenville, which it was once known as the Gold Coast, it goes back to actually the village of the Glens, where before it became incorporated the city. It was an area that had a lot of pride, a very significant Jewish community for many years. African Americans moved in as other communities, and there's some pride there about location to the water, location to downtown, and there's just a significant amount of pride about how we have gone about our evolution over there.
Glenville butts right up against Lake Erie. It goes just about up to Lake Erie. And
right up to Gordon Park, right
there.
The
cultural gardens go through one of my favorite areas of the entire Northeast Ohio, those cultural gardens.
One of our major assets in the Glenville area, and we've done a wonderful job of being able to just continue to expand that cultural gardens, and so That's part of Glenville, and that the festival is a way for us. Again, our uniqueness about the festival is that we have 5 stages of entertainment, and we have a great showcase of Kinsman Daz, Tony Quarles, and the Discovery Band. We have Big Moochie, we have Hub's Groove, as well as the Spirit Band. So, you come to Glenville Festival, you're going to choose between a children's stage with your children, where I have young people who have auditioned. They're going to be on the stage. So that's what we're trying to do. We're known for local talent that possibly goes beyond that, because you know Gerald Levert started there.
Yes,
and Bone Thugs and Harmony was before they
right out of that area.
Yep. So that's what we do.
And I wrote an article not long ago, and the name of the article was "Superman was not born on the planet Krypton. He was born in Glenville,
on Kimberly Avenue.
Kimberly Avenue.
Absolutely.
That's where Superman originated, in the minds of 2 young Glenville high school kids back in the 1930s.
And we restored that house.
I know you have.
And I went up to the attic. It's amazing they have it up there where he was writing, and of course we also acknowledge the area of the graphic designer, which is on Amore in Parkwood. That's where he lived.
So it's a lot going on in Glenville. It's certainly going to be a big day. Saturday, August the 9th, beginning with a parade, which will go up East 105th Street
at 10 a.m. right
at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then it will turn toward Sam Miller Park, which is at St. Clair and East Boulevard.
At 12 noon. And it's a family friendly. We have plenty of security. We've had no incidents. We've had cooperation. So it's a family-oriented festival. And wanted to just reiterate that. We have the senior world, we have children's world, and we have a hip-hop stage where we've had the auditions, and we have about 12 acts.
Oh, great.
So it's going to be good.
Jeff Johnson is a councilman from Ward 10, and he's got part of the Glenville area, a longtime Glenville resident, right there on Parkgate Avenue.
Absolutely.
Oh, I know it well.
And you will always be a tar bloodder.
I will always be a tar bloodder at Glenville High School.
Absolutely.
GHS. Go Glenville. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the broadcast. I'm going to take a break. This is Kaleidoscope. Back in just a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Good to have you with us. I will tell you, we talked about that Glenville Festival coming up. One more thing Jeff Johnson wanted to add. They're going to have amateur championship boxing at the festival as well. They've got a ring set up. It'll be a real nice thing at the Glenville Festival. In the meantime, we're going to talk about the Consortium of African American Organizations hosting its annual leadership retreat scheduled for Saturday, August 2nd. William Holdrup Jr. is Assistant Executive Director, and he'll explain the focus of this retreat and why it's important for people to attend. Good to have you with us, William.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about the mission of African American Organizations, or KO, C-A-A-O as it's called.
KO is a network of many different Black professional organizations, and we pool our resources together to help focus on economic development, youth development, leadership development, and entrepreneur development. You
have a variety of services, obviously, which you provide.
Yes.
Give me a little thumbnail sketch of a couple of those services.
For example, we have a youth program called the KO Youth Innovation Forum, and it focuses on teaching young people critical thinking skills through product development. So we actually give them real-life problems to solve. We have an executive matchmaker where we actually have top CEOs and executives in Northeast Ohio donate their time to people who would like to meet with them.
Well, that's great. That's great. So now you've got a big retreat coming on that you're on the broadcast to talk about, a leadership retreat set for August the 2nd. What's going to happen at this leadership retreat?
This leadership retreat is the 12th retreat we've done over the years. It's an opportunity to bring people together to network and also to have some professional development as well. The theme for this year is leveraging our combined resources to develop a impactful legacy. And the whole concept for this year is to really talk about legacy projects that are going on in our community and how we can be engaged to get involved in these programs.
Good. I've got a little placard here that I'm going to hold up and we can get a shot of that as you tell us. Now, who's invited to this retreat? Who can go?
Anybody who wants to participate. You know, we have folks as young as seniors, high school seniors, to up and up. So if you're interested in learning about getting involved in legacy projects, it's a program for you.
This is to keep the ball rolling.
Exactly.
To keep it going. What we're doing right now, built on the past, we're looking to the future now.
Exactly.
with KO. This leadership retreat is going to be Saturday, August the 2nd, starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and goes to mid-afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon, at the Gathering Place, which is on Commerce Park in the community of Beechwood, 23,300 Commerce Park in Beechwood, at the Gathering Place. That's where you're going to have it.
Yes.
What do you want people to draw from this leadership retreat? What are they going to walk out with when they leave?
I hope that, one of the things I'm hoping that they come away with was start thinking about what is their legacy and how they can get them. What is their legacy and how they would get involved in projects that are going on in the communities. That's really probably the two big things I would like for them to get from it.
So you'll have different people from the consortium of African American organizations. Many organizations will be represented there. Is there a deadline for registration, or is there a cost?
There's a cost. The cost is $40 for general admission, and we have two levels of our what we call our KL's best donors. Those are people who actually donate to our organization. The B level gets in at $20, and any group that's above the B level gets in at no cost.
You can register online?
Yes, you can.
And you can go to caao.net, caao.net, or you can make a phone call and get more information on everything we're talking about if you look at that number at the bottom of the screen, which is 432-9481, 432-9481 in the 216 area code. You see this as vital, don't you? You're the Assistant Executive Director over there. Why do you see this as so vital to have a retreat where you talk about leaving legacies?
Because if we want our communities to improve, we have to be part of the actual improvement. We can't just sit around and say, grumble about what's going on that's not right. We need to be part of the solution of taking action and making things happen to improve the community.
Lord knows we have a lot of problems out there, and Lord knows we all hear a lot of grumbling going on.
Yes.
And you're saying, okay, now let's grumble a little bit, but let's get together and let's find some solutions. That's what this retreat is all about, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. How long have you been working with the Consortium of African?
I've been with KL for since the beginning in 2001.
What do you find thrilling about it? What do you find rewarding for you about it, William?
I really enjoy helping people and connecting people to opportunities. A lot, when people ask me what I do, I say I connect people to opportunities.
About how many other organizations work with you, the consortium?
We have 6 other organizations.
And they all fit under this umbrella called KO?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, many thanks. William Holt Jr. is Assistant Executive Director of the Consortium of African American Organizations. We appreciate you being on the broadcast, William.
Thank you.
And once again, that phone number is 216-432-9481, or you can go to caao.net, as you see at the bottom of the screen. Get more information on this event, which is going to be Saturday, August the 9th, beginning at 9 o'clock at the Gathering Place, 23,300 Commerce Park in the community of Beechwood, right behind the 44122 post office, as I recall. Good to have you with us, William.
Thank you for having me.
Take care and tell everybody at KO we said hi. Okay, taking a break. I'm going to be right back. We're going to talk about saluting local military veterans. I'm Leon Bibb. Back in a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. The 2014 Salute to Veterans Community Festival in University Circle is scheduled to take place on August the 2nd. The director of the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center, Susan Fuhrer, is here to talk more about the event. Good to have you with us, Susan.
Nice to be here.
You've been there for some years now at the VA hospital.
I have been.
For a lot of years there.
Yes.
So it's working out for you. Tell me about this community festival. What makes this so unique? Your hospital's involvement, the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center.
So I think what makes this festival so unique is Reverend Paul Sadler actually came up with this idea 8 years ago.
The pastor of Mount Zion Congregational Church.
The pastor of Mount Zion Church, and he decided that he was going to salute veterans with this local festival. So for 8 years now, we have had a fantastic festival. It's always had a rib burn-off. So people come from all over the community to see where the best ribs are.
Yeah.
We have live music, antique car show, and it is a cooperative event with the Mount Zion Church, the Lakeview Cemetery, the Western Historical Society, University Circle, and of course the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center.
Of course, the VA hospital is located right there on East 108th Street in Magnolia, right in the heart of University Circle.
Yes, it is.
If you find the Art Museum and the Natural History Museum and the Western Reserve Historical Society, you're in the middle of it. The VA hospital, you can't miss it.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
And we do have free parking.
Things are going well for you at the VA hospital now?
Things are going great for us at the VA Medical Center.
Yeah, I know that we've had a national story about some of the troubles that the VA Center has had on the national basis. Is there anything any light you can shed on that while we're here?
So I can only speak for the Cleveland VA Medical Center, and I can tell you that of the 150 medical centers in the country, we are the third largest, and we have 18 locations of care. So we have access to primary care and primary mental health within 30 minutes to 30 miles of every veteran.
Yeah.
And our quality is pretty darn good. If you've seen the Wall Street Journal, you can see that we were ranked one of the top VA medical centers. We have lots of things that we're doing to improve access, and in fact, we just opened an ambulatory surgery center on 89th and Superior, which will allow us to do some additional surgeries, and we were just announced to be the first VA to do destination therapy for ventricular assist device. So we'll be the only VA and the first VA for patients, veterans that have heart failure. You'll actually get a device and it will take the place of your heart.
Well, good for you. We're glad of what you're doing at the Cleveland VA Hospital, taking care of military veterans.
It's my honor to take care of veterans.
Speaking of honor, you've got an honoree this year. You want to tell us about the honoree who's receiving this award?
I would love to talk about the honoree because the honoree is you. And sir, I'd like to thank you very much for your service. I know you were a Bronze Heart medal winner, and you served in Vietnam. And we are so very pleased to have you as our honoree.
There's a little photograph of me taken in a place called Pleiku, South Vietnam, during the height of the Vietnam War, and there I am on patrol right there. And because of some of the things we did, we were able to come home alive, and that was a good thing.
We are very glad to have you home, and we hope everybody else comes home alive from Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, you can count on me to be there on Saturday, August the 2nd. It really begins at 11 o'clock and goes until 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
It actually begins at 10 o'clock at Lakeview Cemetery, and we are going to lay a wreath on a cemetery of a fallen veteran, and then we're going to come down through Wade Oval, and then we will begin the festivities at 11 o'clock, and they go right till 5 with bands and music and food and cars and all kinds of fun.
Why do you think it's important for individuals to attend this event? Of course, I'll be there because you're honoring me, and many, many, many thanks for that, and I'll say more on that event, of course. But why is it important for individuals to attend this event?
I think it's important for individuals to attend this event because we are here because of our veterans. We wouldn't be free if it weren't for our nation's heroes, and we have 500 inpatients at any given time, and about 300 of our veterans are going to be outside enjoying, and I hope the community comes and pays a special tribute not only to you but your fellow veterans for the important work that they have done to keep us safe and free in this country.
Now, the Mount Zion Congregational Church, United Church of Christ, located right next door to you, is involved in this. How did you guys get together, the two organizations get together?
So as I said, you know, Pastor Paul really deserves a lot of the credit. He had this idea, and we are so involved. The members of the church come over, they visit with veterans, they volunteer. Many of our veterans go to the church when they're here for long periods of time. So we just have this wonderful partnership. And as a team, we came up with this idea. It's in its 8th year, and it's absolutely fantastic.
I'm going to put a phone number on the screen where people get more information on everything we're talking about as we talk about this event taking place Saturday, August the 2nd, right there at the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center in University Circle. That phone number is 216-791-3800, extension 4000. You can get more information. And you can also go to cleveland.va.gov and get more information on everything we're talking about. And you can call Mount Zion Church as well, their Mount Zion Congregational Church. In our final minute, Susan Feuer, as the director of the medical center here in Cleveland, what's your message to veterans about why it's so important for them to get the care that they need here in Cleveland and elsewhere?
I am so humbled to be the medical center director, and it is so important for everyone to get care. You know, our goal is to not just provide health care, but to improve the overall health of every single veteran. So whether it's mental health care, primary care, physical care, please come to the VA Medical Center. We open our arms. We see more than 7,000 patients a day, 2 million outpatient visits a year. We have 500 beds, and we are here to serve you. I want to thank every veteran for their service, certainly including you, Mr. Bibb. It is a pleasure and an honor to serve you for those of you that have served.
Well, it's a pleasure to be involved with the VA, and the VA took care of me. I've got some dental work back in there, still back there.
Well, if you ever need us, come back.
That the VA is taking care of me, and when I certainly need the services, you know, I will be knocking on the door, asking,
Thank you.
is there a doctor nearby?
Always.
But all kinds of everything from dental to mental to whatever.
Surgery,
whatever.
we cover it all at the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA.
Thank you, Susan. Good to be with us. Susan Fewer, who's Medical Center Director of the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center. We will see you on Saturday, August the 2nd at the VA Center itself, starting at Lakeview Cemetery at 10 o'clock with a special tribute.
Sounds great.
Taking a break, Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League will be with us in just a moment. The Morning Exchange. That graphic means Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. Hey, Marsha.
Hey, Leon. How are you?
I'm fine, and you too?
I'm doing well. Well, I heard on the last segment that you're going to be honored at this great Veterans Day event that the VA Medical Center and
I appreciate that.
Reverend Paul is putting on.
Yeah, the VA and Mount Zion Congregational Church. Yeah,
that's
it's very
good
nice.
Thing. That's a good thing. And you know, at the Urban League, we have a preference kind of a program for veterans too who are looking for jobs and who need assistance. So we've got a great welcoming place for veterans at the Urban League of Greater Cleveland as well.
If I didn't have a job, I'd be knocking on your door saying, can you help me find a job?
Yeah, and I'd probably try to find one for you too, Leah.
Well, I'm thankful, but that's one of the things the Urban League has always been involved in that ever since the inception way back 100 years ago.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what's wonderful is we work with so many companies who find it easy to come to the Urban League for us to help them with their diversity needs as they're trying to look for diverse candidates, and it saves them time and effort because they don't have to do the screening and looking. We can do all that for them.
Well, talk a little bit, we got about 40 seconds, talk a little bit about that, veterans coming to you, veterans of Afghanistan, Iraq, and other places in the world, and Vietnam, and wherever.
And wherever, and we really understand, you know, I'm married to a veteran myself, and so we really understand the needs of the veterans and work closely with them to make sure that they have support and transitions, and if we can't do what they need, we have lots of other partners that we can refer them to.
Okay, that's going to do it for us. Thank you, Marsha.
You're welcome.
Thank you for what you're doing with the veterans as well. We all appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for serving.
That's going to do it. You take care, everybody, and be well.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.